We're in a 2007 Dodge Caravan. We're going to show you the wires that we're going to be dealing with to do the remote starter in this vehicle. We're going to use a Crime Stopper DS4, and we're going to use an Idatalink ALCA for the job. First thing we're going to want to do, to unplug the main ignition plug, we're going to pull down on the red clip, and then we're going to push in the lock clip and unplug the ignition plug. This will allow better access to the wires. We're going to be dealing with a couple wires on this. We're going to be dealing with the yellow, the pink with a white stripe, and the blue with a red stripe. Okay, we've tapped our three wires. We've tapped our yellow wire, we've tapped our pink with white. There are two pink with whites, but they're under the same terminal. So we only need to tap one pink with white, and we've tapped the blue with a red stripe. Blue with a red stripe is the constant power, pink with a white stripe is the ignition 1, yellow is the starter wire. Okay, we're ready to make our connections at the ignition harness. On our DS product we have a solid red, a solid pink, and a pink with white. The solid red is the constant power, will go to the blue with a red stripe. The solid pink, which is the primary ignition, will go to the pink with a white stripe on the vehicle. The pink with a white stripe on the DS will go to the yellow wire. If you buy the kit from me, your version will be labeled. This is being installed in my shop. The harness is not labeled. We're also going to ground this to the metal chassis of the vehicle. Now you can pick a location of your choice. It has to be bare metal and the chassis of the vehicle. We're going to continue to the next step. The next step will involve accessing the skim module in the steering column. We're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the screws to the steering column to give us access to this module. With the cover removed, we'll have access to the skim module. We're going to go ahead and we're going to unplug this module. This will give us access to the wiring harness. We need this to complete the anti-theft portion of the installation. We have our Idatalink sheet for the job. It requires that we cut the ignition wire and that we connect to the J1850 wire at the skim module. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that right now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to apply a tap to the J1850 wire. J1850 wire is a second one in and is white with a violet stripe. You can use the instructions to identify the wires. The ignition wire is pink with a white stripe. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut that. We're going to strip both ends of that wire. Now, whenever we make an interruptions, there's two sides. There's the car side and the plug side. So the two wires that are together, according to the drawing, are going to go to the car side. And that would be the pink and the white and red from the Idatalink. And then the white with a black stripe is going to go to the plug side of our cut. Our orange wire is simply going to plug in to the J1850 wire on the vehicle. The anti-theft interface is complete at this point. The next step is to connect all of our stuff and program the system. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to advance to that step. I'm going to apply two crimp caps after I've twisted and made electrically secure connections prior to putting the caps on. If you have an OEM alarm on the vehicle, you'll want to ground this orange wire with a black stripe. In the instructions, there's a page that describes how to test for the OEM alarm. Okay, we have our equipment installed and plugged in. We have our ALCA and our Crime Stopper DS installed. To program this, we're simply going to place the key in the ignition and turn the ignition to the on position. I've already preset everything to program when you do this. The green light indicates the module is successfully programmed. At this point, we're ready to test our remote starter. Okay, we have not done the parking lights on this vehicle yet. We're going to test the 3-lock start first. This is by pressing the lock button on the OEM remote 3 times in a row. It's going to trigger remote starting of the vehicle. Okay? We can also shut it off by pressing 3 times. We've also programmed in a Crime Stopper remote. The first top button will lock the doors. Second button down will unlock the doors. The bottom button will start the vehicle. Pressing and holding the bottom button starts the vehicle. Okay? We can also do our power sliders by using combinations of buttons. Now we're doing the passenger slider, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to close it. Okay, the driver door on this vehicle is not functioning properly, so I won't be able to show you the driver. I can go ahead and I can show you the passenger side again. And this is from our DS remote doing this, by pressing the lock button and the trunk release at the same time. Okay, we're going to close it by pressing the trunk and the lock. And it will cause the passenger door to close. Okay, we've also got control of the lift gate in the back. We can go ahead and press our trunk button, and we can activate the power gate as well. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to close it. Now these features only apply if your vehicle was equipped from the manufacturer with power sliding and rear doors. I've had people get the system that do not have power doors that expect them to be power doors when they are done, and that's not going to happen. So again, I'm going to show you locking, unlocking, so the driver's door, the rest of the doors, and then we're going to start the vehicle. Go ahead and I'm going to shut it off, and I am going to activate the starter one more time using the 3 press. The job is pretty simple. 3 wires at the ignition switch and our immobilizer bypass, which consists of 1 interruption and 1 connection at the J1850. Stepping on the brake will shut the engine off. We're going to make the connection to the parking lights on this vehicle. We're going to use the white wire off the DS module. And if you're looking at the picture here where the red shrink is, there's a 5K resistor soldered in to the negative parking light output. Parking light activation requires a negative signal through a 5K resistor. We've gone ahead and we've run that wire up to the light switch, and we've connected in the back here of the light switch, there's a white wire with a black stripe. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to turn it so you can see the stripe. And we've gone ahead and we've connected to that. To verify this wire, you can put a test light on it, turn on the parking lights, and the lights will not come on until the test light is removed. So we've gone ahead and we've done the parking lights, and I'm going to show you from the outside what the parking lights will do when you activate the remote starter. With the parking lights connected, you lock the doors, you'll get 1 flash. When you unlock the doors, you'll get a couple of flashes and the lights staying on for 30 seconds. We can go ahead and lock them to turn off the lights. Upon remote start, the lights will come on, giving you a visual indication that the vehicle is going to start. Without the parking lights, we did not have that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to shut it off, and then I'm going to activate using 3 press.